everybody. It is, let's say Friday, August 29th, and you know what that means. No, you don't, but it's time for the High Risk Wrestling Podcast. I would love to see the City of Lights, but here I am in the House of Extreme. It is I, Jeremy Pierce. Welcome, one and all. You know you can check out the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, and of course the 215 on Twitter. And today's show, Clash in Paris. Dirty B's bringing us one of their European PLEs again. So we shall see, go over the show, make our predictions, preview, and all of that jazz. But for now, you know what's next. So just go on and hit my music. All right, so you know how we do with these type of shows. We got to look at last year's card, and here's the thing: there wasn't a card last year, but what they do have, the WWE, is they're starting to do these European shows. So there is actually a European chronology, and so last year around this time we had the Bash in Berlin. So we got to look at that card, and that took place in Berlin, Germany, obviously at the Uber Arena, and the WWE as usual gave us 5 matches because they suck. The opening contest was Cody Rhodes defeating KO to retain the undisputed WWE Championship. The second match was Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill defeating the Unholy Union to win the Women's Tag Team Championship. CM Punk defeated Drew McIntyre in a strap match. The Terror Twins team of Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley defeated the Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. And the main event was Gunther defeating Randy Orton by technical submission. There you go. I remember none of this. I just don't. I don't remember any of this. That sucks. These pay-per-views these PLEs are getting less and less memorable. But let's go take a look at this year's show. So we have, surprisingly, get this, ladies and gentlemen, we have 6 matches. We actually don't have 5. I'm shocked. Just like you, we have 6 matches. I'm going to announce one of them because SmackDown was overseas, so they're in Paris, so we already know what happens. Spoiler alert. So the Street Profits will be facing the Wyatt 6 for the WWE Tag Team Championship. And this ultimately is a throwaway match. It's only because the Wyatts are winning. They just are. What this is and what you're going to see on SmackDown is them starting to plant the seeds in certain teams about their bonds. They did it with Miz and Mello, and we know where that team is going to go. And they did it with the Street Profits. The Profits won a number 1 contenders match, and we're starting maybe to see the singles push that everybody's been clamoring for Montez Ford. But where will that leave Dawkins? Where will that leave B-Fab? This is going to be a solid match. It won't, break the world down, but it'll be an interesting affair. The question is, how long will the match go? I expect it to get about 15 minutes. There's only so much you can do with, a very just kind of lackluster mid card, but I digress. So take the Wyatt 6 to win here and really start to put the splinters and the fractures in a lot of the SmackDown Tag Team division. Then we have Nikki Bella challenging Becky Lynch for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship, and this one is heating up. Becky's the champion. She's been dominating since dethroning Lyra Valkyria. She's had a couple of defenses which she's won. In her first match post-match beatdowns and vicious verbal jabs have drawn the ire of Nikki Bella. Now, out of the two Bella twins, Nikki actually has become a solid in-ring wrestler. Hope we to never see Brie Bella ever in the ring again. And Nikki challenged Becky. Becky threw some more jabs at her, and she just kind of cooked her. So here we are with this match. This is one of the few matches where I could see. This might be the only match where I could actually see a title change. Becky's just been great. Once again, they're relying on her to elevate the division, to do everything that she does, because Becky is awesome. I actually expect this to be a solid affair. I want to see Nikki in a longer match since coming back, and Becky is one of the best to do it, and she's one of the best who help guide her along. I don't think we'll go for a title change here just yet, but I could see Becky losing the championship in the future to Nikki Bella, because there's no Lyra Valkyria. I think she moves into a feud with Bayley, and we're getting everything going on with Bayley. Where does that leave her? So we got some interesting pieces here, but take Becky Lynch to retain the championship here. Then we have Sheamus versus Rusev in a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. This is Sheamus's match. And listen, after Rusev came back to the WWE, him and Sheamus have just been throwing bows and blows at each other and having wild brawls week in and week out. And it is led up to this. There's been just a lot of collisions that Raw General Manager Adam Pearce does not like. He's made attempts to stop them. So this is what we have. Now, if you don't know what a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match is essentially a street fight / Falls Count Anywhere match with a bar setting. The first one, I believe, actually took place during the pandemic, and it was a cinematic match between Sheamus and Jeff Hardy. I'm almost sure it was Sheamus and Jeff Hardy. Let me double check that. Yes, between them two, and the last one took place on Raw between Sheamus and Pete Dunne. So I'm expecting a really fun fight here. These two are going to beat the ever-loving snot out of each other. It's going to be a fight. I don't know how else to tell you. It's going to be a fight. They're going to really beat up each other, and they're both 1-1. So who wins here? I believe Sheamus has the majority of the wins in the Donnybrook match, but Rusev just came back, and at some point we have to transition to Sheamus eventually winning the Intercontinental Championship. But Sheamus is fine. He can take the loss here, so I'm actually going to go with Rusev to get the W here. Next up, we have Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed, and this might be the match many are the most looking forward to. So we got the original Tribal Chief versus the Tribal Thief wearing the Shula Fala. Because if you don't know, Bronson Reed has just been beating up Roman Reigns and taking his J's, which is just hilarious. It is going to be fun. This is essentially a continuation of the Bloodline storyline, but this time moving over to the Vision with Seth and his group. And this is like Roman Reigns' 4th singles match in like the last 3 years. Here's the thing. I don't think Jay and Roman should have won at, was that SummerSlam? I don't think they should have won at SummerSlam. I think they should have taken the L, and we can transition into singles feuds with Roman and Braun, and then Roman and Bronson, and Bronson and Jay, and really switch things up. And we have this one-on-one match. So since joining the Vision, and just Bronson's been great. Obviously, Braun is going to be the breakout star, but they're starting to give Bronson much more to do, and it's working for him. And pairing Paul Heyman with him to speak for him when he needs to speak, because Bronson can talk for himself, it's been just great. But the fun part is Bronson taking Roman's J's. The tribal thief thing, I am loving it. I am all here for it. Here's the thing. Bronson should not lose here. If he does lose, then he immediately needs to kill Roman after the match. Okay? Like, the Vision can't keep taking L's. So yeah, they can't take losses, and there's always one person in the group that takes the pins, and everybody figured that to be Bronson, but I don't want it to be Bronson. Roman can do the job here. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Bronson Reed wins here. I'm just throwing that out here. Then we have the World Heavyweight Championship with Seth Rollins defending against CM Punk, Jey Uso, and LA Knight. Yeah. So this one is funny. Seth cashed in on Punk after faking an injury and whatever. That was just stupid. But he cashed in on Punk after Punk defeated Gunther to win the World Heavyweight Championship. Right? LA Knight had a championship match, and Punk got involved, causing Knight to lose. Right? Jay never got a rematch, and he wants a rematch. So Adam Pearce is like, yo, Seth, you and your group been a problem. You've been lying. I'm kind of over it. You're just going to defend your title versus these men. So this is funny because here's the thing. Everybody's got a case. I kind of want to transition to LA Knight versus CM Punk because Punk's an asshole. He's just an asshole. He's such an asshole. He's such. CM Punk is such an asshole. He thinks he does no wrong, and he's the person I do not want to win here. He'll probably win the championship again at some point. Question is, will they ever truly pull the trigger on LA Knight? I don't think so. They already pulled the trigger on Jay, undeniable, and he's starting to look out for himself. He's listening to his cousin. Will that involve a heel turn, or will it just show more of a mean streak? Like, he's waiting to help people. He's looking out for himself just a little bit more, and I am all for this. Might be the best match on a card by WWE's standards. So I expect something fun to happen. I expect a good time. I'm just not sure if Seth loses here, because like I said, the Vision can't keep taking losses, and this would be a major loss here if Seth goes down like this. So I am actually going to go out of my way and say that Seth retains, and with some type of shenanigans. I expect it, and I expect something to happen. I don't know what just yet, but I expect something to happen where we transition into multiple singles feuds. Then we have our possibly the main event, which will be John Cena versus Logan Paul. This one I'm curious about. You know what I mean? This one is weird. So you have this clash of styles. You have this clash of difference with these two gentlemen, right? So Cena's officially back on the side of Angels. I am I'm here for it. And he has been on a roll, and he has this new fire in him, just absolutely crushing Logan Paul on the mic. And Logan Paul's done enough to acquit himself pretty well. You know what I mean? So what are we looking at here? Cena has essentially called a spade a spade. He's calling out Logan Paul for what he truly is. He's a parasite, and he's using the WWE as a cover for his rest of his life. You know what I mean? And Logan wants to be accepted, but assholes don't really get accepted. You feel me? And Cena's out here making amends. He's out here really filling up this last go round as John Cena before he departs. So here we are with these two men. Logan Paul is brash. Cena is the GOAT. And Cena's like, yo, you're taking time away from people that fans want to see me fight. Miz, AJ, Ray, KO, Dom, and yet you're just riding my coattails, and you're trying to keep yourself relevant, and I am done with that. And Cena is challenging Logan Paul to step up. Would the WWE be so brash to give Logan Paul the victory over John Cena? Because if Cena wins, it just proves everything he said was right. So this one is a toss-up, but look, I think John Cena's winning here. And we can transition to the next pay-per-view, which is WrestlePalooza. Love the name. Don't like why it's coming about, but I'm actually looking forward to this match the most, because now I'm really enjoying this final run for Cena. He is just killing it, and him and Logan Paul are going to do some damage in the ring. So I'm going to take John Cena to win here. So one more time, I have the Wyatt Six retaining the WWE Tag Team Championship over the Street Profits. I have Becky Lynch defeating Nikki Bella to retain the Intercontinental Championship. I have Rusev defeating Sheamus in a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. I have Bronson Reed, I know, defeating Roman Reigns to just beat Roman Reigns and get some heat back for the Vision. I have Seth Rollins retaining the World Heavyweight Championship in the Fatal 4-Way match, and I have John Cena defeating Logan Paul. But let me know what you guys think. That is our show. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I'm very much surprised they gave us more than 5 matches. We'll see how things happen when they transition to ESPN next month. Look on the screen what we got coming up. We actually don't got a lot coming up, so I gotta get the schedule ready. But check out the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, and of course the 215 on Twitter. And as always, Anna J, Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale, Priscilla Kelly, Isla Dawn, and Bailey. Holla at your boy. Peace.